Having trouble with navel orangeworm in the orchard? Sidetrack Now Miso Mating Disruption is your best bet to minimize loss and maximize profitability. Used with Tresse's new multi-gender lures for your monitoring program, you can achieve the quality yields you deserve. Contact your local sales rep today. Hello, I'm Matthew Malcolm with California Ag Network, reporting to you here with Elaine Trevino, president of the Almond Alliance of California. They just held their annual convention here in Las Vegas, and you know what they say in Las Vegas, what happens in Las Vegas stays in Las Vegas, but not for the California almond industry. And this event here, this was very important. We had some important topics of discussion.
We did.
And you brought in legislators and growers and processors together to have some wonderful conversations that needed to happen, and I think a lot of good things are going to come from this. So we appreciate you putting on this convention. Wanted to talk with you specifically, though. You've been doing a lot of great work on the topic of ag burning because CARB recently made that decision to end ag burning, and I wanted to see, how is that even going to be possible? What are we going to do?
Right. Well, it's a complex problem, and as you do know, CARB made that decision in February. With a clear end date, and we don't have much time to get there. It is a result of a bill. It's about a 20-year-old bill, SBS 705, Flores bill. Dean Flores was the author. And basically what we're looking at is an end to agricultural burning. In concept, it seems easy. But it is extremely complex because we're talking about vineyards and different types of orchards and all the uniquenesses of each of these woody biomass that are being burned. We've had the change in terms of the biomass facilities and options on how growers can deal with trees that have been pulled out or annual prunings. So there are some exceptions in that bill that allowed for smaller growers to be able to burn because the finances of spreading the costs of a chipper or shredder over the acreage did not work. Therefore, they were left with a certain amount of options, otherwise they're backwards. And I think everyone appreciates good almonds and enjoys eating them and wants them to come with no emissions. But the truth is that everyone would like to see the end of agricultural burning, but the complexities make it difficult. So you have to really look at, in the case of almonds, because vineyards do have their own unique challenges, but in the case of almonds, you really have to look at the small growers. And if you have a situation where their acreage is not large enough to justify the cost of a staff or an employee to come and chip and shred and incorporate, then that becomes problematic. Also, the district, I have to give a great deal of compliments to the San Joaquin Valley Air District and the leadership there. They've put together a program ending or alternatives to the open agricultural burning. It does allow for payments to help cover the costs of chipping and incorporating. Some payments are $600 if you chip and spread versus chip and incorporate. It's, I believe $1,200 an acre. And so I think that it's really important to look at that program and the success of that program. What we've proposed at the Almond Alliance is to be able to even get to that date and it's feasible to end or phase out agricultural burning in the almond industry.
And what is this date? What's the deadline?
It's January 1st of 2025. There will be no ag burning as of that day. You wake up and no more ag burning. And so, and the district has offered incremental decrease in agricultural burning to hit the zero mark on that date. What the Almond Alliance has proposed both to the governor and to the Senate and Assembly is a $290 million ask, which is made up of three components. It's funding $45 million in additional funds to the district for 3 years. It's funding $55 million to pay for a new fleet of equipment that addresses small farms and smaller acreage that can make it more financially feasible for equipment operators to be able to handle those acres, and then $100 million for biomass and bioenergy solutions. Where we're at now is we saw the May revise. The governor proposed $150 million towards this ending agricultural burning. So we have a little bit of work to do. It's not quite the number that we requested. So we have some education to do and to figure out what we can make happen. There's a coalition that's formed that's been made up of various industry members and we're working together to see if we can get that full 290 million as we've requested.
Well, we certainly appreciate your help in spearheading this. It's certainly an important issue for all of agriculture, particularly almonds, because we all know that the lifespan of an almond tree is a lot less than some of these other crops. So they have to get rotated out, and ag burning has taken a significant lead on that, and whole orchard recycling isn't something everyone can afford at this point. So,
and I just wanted to be clear that we have every intent of moving to that place. But when you have a goal, it's very important that you understand the obstacles and challenges of meeting that goal. And we're just asking for some flexibility and, quite candidly, some funding to help us get to that goal.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much again. And read more about these things in our publications. I'm Matthew Malcolm, CaliforniaAgNet.com.